If your car remote is becoming unreliable, only works when you stand close to the vehicle, or displays a low-key battery warning, the coin battery inside the remote may need to be replaced. Changing it is usually a quick job, but the exact battery type and opening method depend on the vehicle. Before buying anything, check the owner's manual or open the remote carefully and read the code printed on the old battery. Common key fob batteries include the CR2030, 2, CR16, 32, and CR2016. These batteries may look similar, but they are not necessarily interchangeable. Use the exact type specified for your remote. You will normally need the replacement battery and a small flathead screwdriver or plastic opening tool. Some remotes can also be opened using the emergency mechanical key stored inside the fob. Work on a clean, well-lit table so that small components cannot fall onto the floor. Keep the replacement battery in its packaging until you are ready to install it. Begin by removing the mechanical key. If your remote has one, look for a small release button or sliding catch on the side of the fob. Hold the release and pull the metal key out. Next, examine the edge of the remote. You may see a small notch or slot designed for opening the case. Insert the tip of the mechanical key, a plastic tool, or a small flat screwdriver into this slot. If you use a metal screwdriver, wrap its tip with a thin piece of tape to reduce the risk of scratching the plastic. Turn the tool gently, rather than pushing it deeply into the remote. The two halves of the case should begin to separate. Work gradually around the edge and avoid applying excessive force. Some remotes contain a separate internal module or battery cover. Lift it carefully and note how every component is positioned before removing anything. Taking a photograph at this stage can make reassembly easier. Look for a rubber seal or gasket around the case. This helps protect the electronics from moisture. Do not stretch, tear, remove, or trap the seal when closing the remote. Before taking out the old battery, check its orientation. One side normally has a plus symbol and the battery model printed on it. Depending on the remote, this positive side may face upward or downward. Do not assume that every car key uses the same orientation. Install the new battery exactly as shown in the manual or in the same direction as the old one. Use a small, non-sharp tool to lift the battery from its holder. Avoid bending the metal contacts. Do not use excessive force and do not short the positive and negative sides of the battery with a metal object. Now compare the old and new batteries. Confirm that the complete code is identical, not just the voltage or physical diameter. Slide the new battery underneath the retaining contact and press it gently into place. Make sure it sits flat and secure. Avoid touching the flat surfaces of the new battery more than necessary. Grease or dirt from your fingers can contaminate the contacts. Hold it around the edge whenever possible. Reinstall the internal cover or electronic module in the same orientation as before. Check that the rubber seal is correctly seated and that no wires, buttons, or plastic tabs are trapped. Align the two halves of the remote and press around the edge with your fingers. You should hear or feel the clips locking into place. Do not close only one side and then force the other, because the plastic clips can break. Reinsert the mechanical key until it clicks securely into position. Test the remote near the vehicle. Try the lock, unlock, boot, and panic buttons where fitted. Also test the keyless entry and push button start functions. Most standard battery replacements do not erase the remote's programming. If the remote does not work, open it again and check the battery type, orientation, contact position, and case assembly. You can also try the vehicle's spare remote. If both remotes fail, the problem may be with the vehicle rather than the battery. If the new battery becomes weak very quickly, the remote may have a stuck button, damaged circuit board, moisture inside the case, or another electrical fault. Keep coin batteries away from children and pets. They can cause severe internal injuries if swallowed. Dispose of the old battery through an appropriate battery recycling service rather than placing it loose in household waste. To summarize, identify the exact battery, remove the mechanical key, open the case at the correct notch, note the old battery's orientation, install the replacement without damaging the contacts, and close the remote carefully. The complete job often takes only a few minutes and usually does not require a visit to a dealership.